Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I would like to talk about how much time does it take to move to a different country. I was born in Ukraine and this is basically how my hometown looks like. I always felt that I don't really belong there, so I was looking for different possibilities to move abroad. And eventually I moved to Denmark, which is one of the happiest countries in the world. Well, I would kind of argue with that title, but that's a topic for a different video. I hope my experience helps you to change your life, so please remember to give it a like and subscribe. If you are a great professional with many years of experience, or you have money to pay for your education abroad, or you have a partner abroad that you can move to, then it will be much easier for you to change the country. But in case if you don't have any of those, then there is still chance for you to change your life, hopefully to the better. Let's take a look at the steps that you will probably take in order to plan your move into a different country, and we will try to time estimate how much it will take for you to reach your goal. The first and the most important is to save money. You should save up approximately half a year of the expenses in a new country, and I don't think there are any further questions here, it's pretty clear. The next one is to learn the language. If you are moving to a country where its official language is different from English, then it makes sense to learn the language because you have higher chances to find the job, and in general it will just make your life much easier if you can speak the local language. When I decided to move to Denmark, it took me 5 months of intensive private lessons with the English teacher to go from zero to hero and pass IELTS test. Then 5 years later I decided to learn Danish, and it took me approximately a year, mostly because I was slacking a lot, and I decided to go to a language school instead of hiring a private teacher, which was kind of a mistake because it was quite ineffective. So in general, if you really want to learn the language, then you can easily do it in half a year. Next one, find a job. If you want to move to a different country for work, then I advise you to start looking for a job way before you feel ready going to job interviews. Try to apply to as many companies as possible and schedule online interviews, because it will help you to figure out what company is looking for, what is the working culture. It will help you to improve your language. And remember to ask for a feedback and for some advice how you can improve your skills after each interview. The process of finding a job can take very different time, depends on the person of course, but approximately it can take maybe a year, plus minus. If work is not an option for you, for many reasons, it can be, for example, that you don't have a diploma from your home country, or the diploma is not recognized in the country you are moving to, or maybe there is no demand for this profession, then there is always an option to study. I know it can cost a fortune to pay for your studies, for your education, but there is still some countries where you can study for free. For example, in Germany you can study for free after doing some social work for a year or 2 years, I don't know exactly how long. There are also countries where the fee for your education costs pretty low, but when you get the diploma, it opens up for you so many doors to different countries in Europe that you can easily move there after you are done with your education. Remember to check if the diploma from your home country is recognized in the country you are moving to, because maybe you can transfer some of the credits, and this way you can cut down some years of education. I moved to Denmark to study and I had to pay for my education, unfortunately. But instead of 4 years of studying, I had to study only 1.5 years, because in Ukraine I was studying mathematics, and in Denmark I applied to software development program. I know it's not really the same, but I was able to transfer some of the credit from my home university to Danish university. I also got a job while studying, which helped me to pay the fee. And I also applied for some fee reduction to the government, and I got 30% reduction. Next step is very important, I believe so, but a lot of people tend to ignore it when they plan to move to a different country. It is to find friends. You can start finding friends way before you move to a new country, because for example, in Facebook there are so many groups, for example, Americans in Canada or Ukrainians in Denmark, where you can join the group, post some questions, you will get answers, you can read some other posts to keep track what is going on in the country. And in this way it will also help you, for example, to avoid getting scammed when you are looking for accommodation, because when you get a deal, you can post the questions and ask people if they know if it's a legit place. When you got a job or got accepted to the university, it's time to look for accommodation, for an apartment or a room, and it might take maybe from 1 to 3 months to find a place where you can live. So for me, it took 1 year and 3 months to plan and execute my plan to move to a different country, but it depends on a person and it varies from a case to case. Just remember, if your attempts are not successful, don't give up. Maybe you should consider changing your approach and try again. Thanks for watching me. I will see you in the next one.